manipulate people into giving to us. This is what Paul is saying in this scripture right here. It said, if we have sown unto you spiritual things, is it not a great thing if we shall reap carnal things from you? This is what Paul is saying. In other words, Paul is basically saying this right here. If we go to 15, it says, but watch this. 15 says, but I have used none of these things, neither have I written these things, that it should be so done unto me. Okay, everything you just read. Paul said, I didn't write this for me. This is what he's saying, that it should be done unto me. This ain't why I wrote it. If it were better for me to die than that any man should make my glory void. Watch this. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yeah, woe is upon me if I preach not the gospel. In other words, Paul said, I'm going to preach the gospel regardless. In other words, I'm preaching this gospel willingly. But if you're a child of God and you care about me like you say you care about me, then you're going to automatically want to give to take care of our needs while we're preaching this gospel. In other words, when it says talking about the ox, if you're not going to allow the ox to do all that work in the field and not feed him, that's all Paul is saying. This is what Paul is talking about. So in this type of the purpose of giving of what we're dealing with, if you see a man, a man God is laboring in the word of God. Paul is talking about this right here, and it touch your heart. God leads you to give to this man. You shouldn't be grudgingly and fussing about it. If he touch your heart, I need you to take care of this need for him because he's laboring for me in the gospel. This is what Paul is talking about. What Paul is teaching the preachers not to use this. Take this scripture and use this to manipulate people into giving to you. This is what Paul is teaching. Paul said, look, I'm going to preach regardless because I'm preaching willingly. Not for greedy gain.
That's right.
I'm not preaching for gain.
Whether you give to me or not.
That's right. I'm going to teach and preach this thing regardless of this. This is the mindset as preachers ought to take on. Preach the gospel regardless of how people bless you. If they want to bless you, don't worry about it. Just teach and preach the word of God. God will touch those. If you're a faithful man of God and you really doing what God's called you to do concerning the ministry, God's going to automatically touch people to give. God's going to do that. So this is what God is teaching us on giving. Don't be afraid to give. Give cheerfully to those that's laboring in the gospel. Whatever God, what a purpose, what in your heart, whatever your purpose in your heart. Okay, and however God has prospered you, this is how you should give. Okay,
yeah.
All right. So this is. So this is what we're trying to get to the New Testament giving. Okay.
And also too, I'm gonna add this. And if God put on your heart to give to that man of God, he's not gonna. It's going to be in secret. It's not going to be wide open where people can see it. It's going to be in secret that if he leads you to blessing a man of God and giving to the church and everything, it's going to. And when you give to the church, give wholeheartedly because you may not know who may be in need in the church or even for the work of the ministry to go outside and help the people that's out there that's poor and in need and help. So it's also used to help also on the outside to do outside work in the church, to minister on the outside.